Okay, the race. This is chapter 6. Who do you think the race is going to be between? That was your prediction you had to make. Think about the characters we've got so far. Who do you think are the contenders for the race? And who do you think is going to win? Now, there began a desperate race. The machines against the foxes. In the beginning, the hill looked like this. Let me show you a picture. After about an hour, as the machines bit away more and more soil from the hilltop, it looked like this. Sometimes the foxes would gain a little ground and the clanking noises would grow fainter, and Mr. Fox would say, "We're going to make it, we're going to make it, I'm sure we are." But then, a few moments later, the machines would come back at them, and the crunch of the mighty shovels would get louder and louder. Once the foxes actually saw the sharp metal edge of one of the shovels as it scraped up the earth just behind them. "Keep going, my darlings," panted Mr. Fox. "Don't give up." "Keep going," the fat Boggis shouted to Bunce and Bean. "We'll get them any moment now." "Have you caught sight of him yet?" Bean called back. "Not yet," shouted Boggis, "but I think you're close." "I'll pick him up with my bucket," shouted Bunce. "I'll chop him into pieces." But by lunchtime the machines were still at it, and so were the poor foxes. The hill now looked like this. So look how much the hill has depleted in size. It's got smaller and smaller. The farmers didn't stop for lunch. They were too keen to finish the job. "Hey there, Mr. Fox," yelled Bunce, leaning out of his tractor. "We're coming to get you." "You've had your last chicken," yelled Boggis. "You'll never come prowling round my farm ever again." A sort of madness had taken hold of the three men. The tall, skinny Bean and the dwarfish, pot-bellied Bunce were driving their machines like maniacs, racing the motors and making the shovels dig at terrific speed. The fat Boggis was hopping about like a dervish and shouting, "Faster, faster." By 5 o'clock in the afternoon, this is what had happened to the hill. There's another illustration of now what the hill looks like. And look, it's a great big dip in the earth. The hole the machineries had dug was like a crater of a volcano. It was such an extraordinary sight that crowds of people came rushing out from the surrounding villages to come and have a look. They stood on the edge of the crater and stared down at Boggis and Bunce and Bean. "Hey there, Boggis, what's going on?" "We're after a fox." You must be mad," the people jeered and laughed. But this only made the three farmers more furious and more obstinate and more determined than ever not to give up until they had caught the fox. Obstinate is a really good word there, isn't it? And determined. I wonder if you can Google what they mean. Or if you have a dictionary, look it up in a dictionary. So you can either Google it on a computer or you can look at a dictionary and you can come into school and tell me and we can add it to our wow wall.